The Battle of Trenton, fought on December 26, 1776, was a critical turning point in the American Revolutionary War and one of George Washington's most famous military achievements. After a string of defeats in New York and New Jersey during the latter half of 1776, the Continental Army was in a desperate state. Morale was dangerously low, enlistments were about to expire, and many believed the revolution might collapse. George Washington, fully aware of the precarious situation, decided to launch a bold and unexpected offensive to restore confidence in the American cause. His plan was to cross the ice-choked Delaware River on Christmas night with a force of about 2,400 troops and launch a surprise attack on the Hessian garrison stationed in Trenton, New Jersey. The Hessians were experienced German mercenaries employed by the British Crown, and approximately 1,400 of them were camped in Trenton under the command of Colonel Johann Rall. Washington's plan was fraught with danger. The river was swollen with ice, the weather was bitterly cold with sleet and snow, and the crossing had to be completed at night to preserve the element of surprise. Despite these challenges, the Continental Army began the crossing around 6 p.m. on December 25, using Durham boats and ferries. The operation took longer than expected, and the troops did not finish crossing until nearly 4 a.m. on December 26. From there, they marched roughly 9 miles through icy, muddy roads toward Trenton. The surprise attack commenced at around 8 a.m. catching the Hessians completely off guard. Many of them were still recovering from the previous night's Christmas celebrations and had not established proper defensive positions, believing that no enemy would attack in such weather or during the holiday. Washington's troops advanced in 2 columns and quickly overran the town. Fierce fighting broke out in the streets, but the Americans used superior coordination and artillery to their advantage. Colonel Rall tried to organize a defense but was mortally wounded, and without strong leadership, the Hessian resistance quickly collapsed. In less than 2 hours, the Americans captured around 900 Hessians, killed or wounded about 100 more, and seized large amounts of weapons, ammunition, and supplies. Astonishingly, Washington's forces suffered only 2 deaths from exposure and 5 wounded during the battle, including the future President James Monroe. The victory at Trenton had far-reaching consequences. It revitalized the spirit of the Revolution, inspired new recruits to join the Continental Army, and proved that Washington could lead a successful campaign under extreme conditions. It also disrupted British plans in New Jersey and forced the British command to reconsider their strategy. Just over a week later, Washington followed up this success with another victory at the Battle of Princeton, further solidifying American resolve. The Battle of Trenton thus marked a dramatic reversal of fortune for the Continental Army and remains one of the most celebrated moments in the struggle for American independence.